Check, 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 check. What's up? What's up? Check, 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 check. Oh, I should turn my phone off or down. Give everybody a minute to hop on. All right. Chris, Rosie, Michael. What a day. Lost 2.5K. Daggone, man. Hello, Jim. Hello, Rhonda. Salish. Job and Jacob. Brent, what's up? Ira. Hello, everyone. Man, I hope everybody's doing well. I won't go as long as I did last night. I just wanted to look at today's chart for a minute and see if anybody had any questions. I'm going to start. Really want to stick to this strategy, guys, because there's a lot of newcomers and new people trading options, and the strategy that we're using, even though it's not 100%. Yeah, crash site trying to force the trend. That's classic way to burn out, and I still do it too, man. Sometimes have to keep myself in check. I walked away several times today just because of the choppiness and how tough it was to trade. This was more of a scalper's day. I talked to my buddy Pat's earlier. I don't want to do that. Let me get my phone set up here. Trying to answer a couple of questions on the Discord. So today I was talking to Pat's earlier. He was talking about doing 2-minute scalps, and that's definitely a different way to go about this. Looking for smaller moves and smaller, quicker moves. But the strategy we're trying to teach is a higher percentage, slower strategy of working it. And there's a lot of new people coming on and a lot of new people trading options. So we want to build a foundation and then let people build off of that. And I wanted to go over today why today wasn't really a good day for it. And we took I did catch a great scalp right out of the gate. I called it over 603 for calls, but you had to be fast. It was pretty much on the first probably the first minute candle. It was close to a whole point. I knew 603 was where are we at? Here we go. It was this one here. I snagged it real quick. I had a line set up on this level, and when we opened and ran over 603, I grabbed this candle. It was fast. It was very fast. Up to, I want to say, I held the first 2 or 3 candles. It was a good little move, but it was super fast. The rest of it was ridiculous all day to try to get in and out of. Here it is. So we take the first 3 5-minute candles. This is our strategy we're teaching. 1, 2, and 3, and we mark on the top of the body and the bottom of the body of those 3 candles. The top, the bottom. And I tried a put right here on this candle and probably ran almost 20%. Because we were under VWAP, and I may have bought half of this candle, I can't remember. And we were breaking. Now this candle flushed all the way down hard. I said, here we go. We're getting ready to get a move. I had this MACD crossing, and I thought, man, we're going to get a move. And this wick killed it. Come right back up and kicked me out. And then this candle here, see, these are fake out candles, guys. These were this one closed under structure, and our strategy says, okay, it's time to move in. But you can see it was just playing with this level. Had we caught this wick on the first 3 candles, maybe sometimes it works better. It would have kept us out of the trade. I tried it right here. This candle killed me. You can see every one of these candles were closing inside market structure from the first, oh my God, up till 11 o'clock. 11:40 before we broke over market structure. This one candle broke under, and I thought maybe this was the one. I may have tried it again right there, and then immediate reversal. It was just playing with us, guys. Playing with us. So the strategy we teach was not for today. The only halfway decent entry you got afterwards was here, and it was chop. There was no room. So when it's like this, guys, at this point it's 12 o'clock in the day. I'm done with it. I may be sitting around scalping, but I can't call a play quick enough to get anything that's got any momentum. So the only other thing I saw today, I believe my buddy Pat saw this, was we came down and kissed VWAP, and you could have got an entry right here. Now this was also risky because the MACD wasn't really going with us on the 5, and it was down on the 10. It was moving down. But we were still over VWAP, like on the higher time frames. Check this out. It was almost like make or break time right there. Pointing down, but yet reversed up. Come off of VWAP up. It was a confused market today. So it was not made. It was not made for beginner traders, or even, I struggled with it today. That was the only good entry I saw. This one touch on VWAP, but the 10-minute, 15-minute did not agree with me, so I just didn't want to take it. When I started looking at the 1 hour MACD, which is what I try to use for a guide a lot, look how flat this is, guys. There is no there's no direction. Like it's not breaking up or away. It's just no direction. Low volume, no direction. I don't like it. So it's very hard to trade. This is a day where after the first hour and a half, 2 hours, it's not working. It's best just to walk away. That's hard to do because what we do is we force trades. We force trades, and when we force trades, most of the time we lose money. If we wait on our setups, even though sometimes we got to wait a day, sometimes we could took a couple of stabs today. We took a couple of stabs today, but really got nothing out of it. Going on with my door. All right. I even tried to look at the Qs a little bit, and something I just couldn't find anything. The market was trading pretty flat. I think Wolf had a couple of wins, maybe on Google or something like that. We may look into doing quicker scalps, but I would want to be live when I did them, like on a 2-minute frame. We got any? I've not even looked at questions. Got any questions? Very choppy. What EMA is that? Okay, I went over these last night. I'll go over them again. The green is the 9 EMA I use as my trend on trend days. And then the red one is the 200. The gold is VWAP. That's the only three I use for this strategy that we're teaching. Okay. And if you go back and watch yesterday's video, I showed how I set everything up. If one or two videos back on I don't use Lux Algo much, man. I've been trying to learn it some, but I cannot use it yet. I've tried. I've just not put the time into it, and it takes time. I just wanted to show everybody why this was a tough day. It took, where we at? 11:40 a.m. Eastern time before we ever started to break morning structure. And then we moved up into this zone, and then we traded there forever and ever and ever. There was just no movement. And when it did give one movement, this wasn't signaling. It was confused on other indicators, so it didn't give me enough confluence to go into a trade. This was a good trade right here, but it didn't give me a confluence to go in because I want several things. Yeah. Yes, Melissa, SPY was tough today. 60364 QQ, that was awesome out of the gate. Opened over the 50. I had a 516.50 target. What direction you think? Dennis, I don't know. I think we got more up room, but Josh wanted to close over 604 before giving another target up. We're right there at it. I'm holding. I didn't post this just because I don't want to post things I'm not super confident on. I held one call overnight for Friday, but I bought a Friday expiration, and I bought in right at the money, so I gave it some time because I think we're moving on up some. If we go to, let's go to 4 hour, and spread this out a little bit. So, the 4 hour MACD is still over the zero line. I wasn't crazy about it. Let's look at the RSI. RSI was still holding at 66. It was just a flat day. I'm looking for another break up. And we may not get it. I could be wrong. I don't know. On the daily, the MACD was starting to shift up is why that I did that. It's not a lot of confluence, but we're climbing, and the MACD's pointing upward, and the RSI is holding at 67. So I felt okay holding one call. I don't mind it. There's a little bit of risk. That's why I didn't post it, just because I didn't feel super confident with it. If it starts moving tomorrow, let's go back to 15 here. And we can do another video tomorrow, guys, on 5-minute interval gave clear indicators on entry and exit. Mahesh, going. It's awfully easy to look back and say that, and you could be right. I don't use Bollinger Bands much. Let's see here. Somebody was telling me today using a 2-minute scalp on Bollinger Bands was working pretty nice on this little choppy day. But again, you better be getting in and out real quick, and a lot of people aren't ready to do that. So I have to try to be careful with what I'm posting and what kind of strategies we're using. That's what we're trying to just use one decent strategy to teach people with. Let's put on. Is this showing my? Is this showing my trading view now, guys? Yeah, okay, it is. Let's take off the 9 and take off Lux and add Bollinger Bands. Okay. Here's the 5-minute on Bollinger Bands. It's not a bad strategy if you're used to it. Of course, the Bollinger Band is not complete like this when it's in real time. It's like if we go let's lose these. Let's see what it looks like on this crypto here. Here's the 5-minute on Ondo right now. 1 to 4 or 1 to 6 is a good number. Risk 10% to make. 40 to make. What's up, Spider? What's up, ASM? Just be happy to trim profit. Smash that like P. Thanks, J Toys. Yeah, 20% is good to start, Rail. Like as far as taking profits, 20% is not a bad number to start moving your stop loss up. I guess the problem sometimes I think people have is, well, I'm at 20%. Where do I move my stop loss to? You can move it up to break even at that point if you think there's more meat on the bone. But if you're just quick scalping, depending if you're getting 5 contracts, 20% is not a bad win at all. I'm always happy to take profits. Sometimes I take them too early. That's a problem all of us have to struggle with. Bollinger Bands aren't a bad. A lot of people use them successfully. I think you can't be in the mind that you're always going to get to the top and the bottom of a Bollinger Band. Some people, if we look back here, like on a run like this, well, you're at the top, so you're supposed to sell. Well, this thing's riding the top all the way up. Sell. I guess at that point you got to have other indicators too, showing confluence of when to stay in a trade, when not to. But Bollinger bands could be good for scalping. I thought about taking them on. Somebody told me the 2 minute today. My buddy Pat's, so I may try that some. I wouldn't want to be making posts and calls on 2 minute plays though. It's just too fast unless I can be live with everybody. Got any more questions? I took a step back from trading today and did some crypto with Josh. Not a bad idea, man. I ran Ondo just a few minutes ago from 160 to, and I sold at 175. That was like, and I dropped 4K into it. I made a few hundred, I think a couple $100 on it or something like that. Somewhere in that neighborhood. There was, this thing can go on to $2, but I like selling into strength, so I'm not worried about getting roasted at the top. It's kind of how I look at it. Bollinger Band's something we can look into sometime. I'm not real familiar with them. I've never traded them before. A lot of people like them. Obviously, they're a great indicator. Today, if you only traded Bollinger Bands and bought calls on the bottom, could have worked a few times on a 5 minute. But sometimes this band doesn't stop. You know what I mean? I guess you got to be careful with that. Like I seen a minute ago on breakout moves, it may ride that top for a while. I'm not sure how you're supposed to get out it when it does that. We can look into it. Yes, I took my $3,000 out and let it run. Yes, sir, Jim. I just need help to set up my chart on TradingView. Okay, SEGUNORE. So again, just tag me in the Discord, my friend, and I'll be glad to do a one-on-one with you for a few minutes and help you set your chart up. I've done that for a few people. I don't use TradingView a lot, but I can navigate it some. Just tag my name or send me a message, and I don't care one bit to help you, brother. It wouldn't take just a few minutes to set up what few indicators that I use. Okay. So again, we're looking tomorrow. 604.30 is resistance. Got some support, 603.50 area, and 602. You can call it 602.75. That's my immediate lines over these highs. I like calls. I like calls towards the end of the week, but that's just me. Because I like the daily MACD and the daily RSI. And they're pointing up still, so I'm trying to make myself trust those indicators more. So that's why I bought that Friday call. I didn't post it, but I felt confident holding one. Okay, guys. All right. Oh my God, it's getting late. Anybody got any more questions? You're welcome, man. Yeah, Davey, I'm not confident with those miners. Got me freaked out right now. I don't know how to play them. This is why I'm trying to focus on one thing, especially for newcomers, and narrow my field of view. We may start trading the Qs some. Some people say they move a little easier, so we'll look at it some. But between the SPY and QQQ, that's all I'm narrowing in and trying to hammer this little method that Josh has come up with and that makes sense and gives everybody a good foundation. Do I have to pay to use indicators on TradingView? Yes, I think they give you one for free or something like that. Yeah, I'll go live again tomorrow, probably. The BK dot. So yeah, TradingView costs money, and TradingView indicate you have to pay for it. And then you got Lux Algo that runs through TradingView. You got to pay for it. It starts getting expensive. That's why I use it some, but I love Webull because it's all free and it's pretty good, especially for just starting. Yes, sir, Chris. I have on the premium. Yes, thank you. Davey likes the cues. Yeah, we can start doing cues, alternating it. You can find combined indicators 2-for-1. I'll give you 2 indicators. Thank you. All right, guys. I'm gonna sign off for now. I just wanted to hop on and look. Today was tough. If you took a bad trade, you probably forced it. I tried that one, maybe two of them early. I tried to put here when this candle was breaking because we were under VWAP and breaking under this. So that was anticipation, and I got burnt. But I used a stop loss and got kicked out with a small loss. I think I tried it again right here. Got burned again. That's when I walked away. I scalped a little bit later in the day, but I couldn't gauge it for nothing really. It was hard. So we'll get after it again tomorrow. 604.30 is what we got to break to start moving on up and staying over VWAP. Keeping that MACD. I want that daily MACD to stay up and strong. We'll see. See what we get tomorrow. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Yeah, add VWAP, Chris. It's a biggie. All right. Huh. Good night, boys. All right. Y'all have a good evening, guys. Get some good rest. I'll see you in the morning. I'm gonna try to go live in the morning. I'm gonna try. Though it may just be I'll be at work, so I'm not sure how I can do it through YouTube at work. I'm gonna have to try. If not, it'll just be on the Discord until I can get set up at work to do it too. All right, guys. Have a good night. I'll post levels in the morning too. Thanks.